Frank, you had a very interesting column in today's paper reporting that Kevin Durant is truly interested in coming to the Knicks when he's a free agent in a year and a half. What is your indication of that? Why do you say so?
I'm just here so I will get paid. I will say that. Kevin Durant, I've spoken to people who are very close to Kevin Durant. I've been talking to people for a while, and he's close to a lot of people in the New York area, and they say that he's definitely interested. I think a couple of things you have to remember. You know, Kevin Durant, if he does leave Oklahoma City, he would be looking for a big market. He does have a relationship with Carmelo Anthony, but let's also remember we're talking 18 months down the road, and I think by Kevin Durant kind of putting these things out there through some of his people in his camp, it puts, I think, the pressure and the onus on Oklahoma City to get things done. I think you'd have to look at the Lakers as a player in this whole thing. And from everything that I've heard, and I understand the Washington Wizards, it's right, near where he grew up in Prince George's County, Maryland. I actually heard that that's not something that does interest him that much. Also, do not rule out the Dallas Mavericks. Remember, he went to school in University of Texas. He likes that part of the country. You know that Mark Cuban is going to be willing to spend big bucks, so I would not rule out the Dallas Mavericks as well.
Frank, you mentioned the relationship with Carmelo Anthony, also has a relationship with Derek Fisher. What do you think would be a bigger part of the draw for him, Fisher or Melo?
You know what? I still think it would be more of the player than anything else, because I think what Kevin Durant is looking at in Oklahoma City, a few years ago they went to a finals and then they traded James Harden. And right now, James Harden, I think you'd put Harden and Curry 1-2 in the MVP voting. So Oklahoma City traded away an MVP caliber player, and they didn't get back equal value. So I think for Kevin Durant, he's going to look at the landscape and see what players, because by the time he's a free agent, these are going to be the prime years of his career. My concern is, and this is why I talk about 18 months from now, who knows what Carmelo's going to look like 18 months from now. It looks like at some point he's probably going to have some type of surgery on his knee, some type of arthroscopic surgery. And we're talking 2 years down the road. Now you're talking Carmelo at 32 years old. So all those things will factor into it.
Frank, is this a real enough possibility that Phil Jackson would actually try to save cap space, not use it this summer, and save it for Durant?
Oh, I think regardless of what the Knicks do this summer, I think they'll still have cap space to pursue Kevin Durant. Obviously, Marc Gasol is somebody that they would love to get. And, what I've heard about Gasol is that Memphis re-signing there is a major possibility. Also, do not rule out the San Antonio Spurs, believe it or not, as a possible player for Marc Gasol. But I think Phil knows that, he has this summer to get some players. What I think will be interesting is next summer when Kobe Bryant's money comes off the books and the Lakers are definitely going to go after Kevin Durant. And what you have there is Phil Jackson going up against his girlfriend, Jeannie Buss, to get Kevin Durant. So how dysfunctional is that?